Hello, everyone. This is Nihil, the co-founder and CEO and a global brand consultant at Bramblings Global. A fresh week, fresh episode with a fresh speaker. Welcome everyone to Till Talks. Today we have a founder and a speaker on the guest seat with us from the agency world, Shabbir Salodawala, who is the founder of Adeptd and now known as Accelonaut. Shabbir, I'd really like to welcome you and thank you for joining us for
Thank you,
today's.
Nihil.
On the co-host seat with us, we have Rheanne Quadros as our brand strategist. So, Shabbir, I'd like to understand more about your experience, and same after Shabbir, I'd like to understand the same way from Rheanne, you as well, that what brings both of you people to this profession you chose today, and the way you have been as individuals into this background.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nihil, thank you so much, first of all, that you have invited us. And you and me, and even Rheanne, we come from the same space. So we are actually sailing in the same port. In last 5 to 6 years, we have seen the shift of how this digital marketing or the designing, the strategies, the branding, everything is so changed and so evolved, right? So this is how I have also started. Like I did my MBA in core marketing. Marketing was something that I needed to follow from my school days, right? And in India, as you know, like every youth goes for like 20 years in studying, like on average. So we always, we are reading almost everything when we were studying. For me, it was always like I was also into social, the statistics. The only thing that was capturing me or my interest was towards marketing. Then we had this subject called entrepreneurship, marketing, and these are things that was giving me the signs that there is something that you should go. And those were the only subject in which I was actually getting a lot of marks, the score, right? So I followed that, and I did my master's in core marketing. After which I started with a company that was one of the leading market research company, not related to digital marketing, but it was completely into market research, and where I worked with major brands, global brands, on related to liquor, apparel, soft beverages. Some of them were also the brands in daily consumable products, but really huge. So we worked with them to make them understand if they were taking any decisions on, let's say, to launch their product in a particular region. Let's say they want to launch a product in Myanmar. So would that the right time and the right place to do it, and if their product will work? And what we did was the complete statistics of the audience there, and there we were helping them to take the decisions. And from where I get to understand more about what kind of audience actually works for you, right? And my keen interest was into marketing. So the research gave me an idea of how I can create my audience, or I can create an audience for a brand. And the second thing that I wanted to learn, because being a man, you need to know how to do sales, or being a human, you need to know how to do sales. After being into market research for a few years, I shifted myself to core sales, to understand sales. And the sales vertical I wanted to go with is how you can do sales in international market. Because being in India, what I say about India is, like, if you want product, go to China. But if you want service, come to India. So we were into services. So how we can sell the service to the international people, to the global market, how we can take our services to global market. So I work with brands like Cisco, Ring Central as their sales executive. I was always on phone at night in India, working with those, calling those US people, making sales for them, right? And after which, my interest was into digital marketing. It was evolving. Actually, what I would say, digital marketing came into much light in 2011 when we did our college. We took the experience. I had one chapter in my college about digital marketing, but that gave me an idea that something is evolving and we should know about that. And that's why I wanted to enter into digital marketing. I entered into digital marketing in 2019, after which I am doing the same thing from last 7, 8 years. And then came the shift. I was in digital marketing, and a shift came, was COVID. And that's where the presence of everyone connected online. completely,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the work from home started. That's where what we had was you had a life for these many years, and for 2 years we were completely in our homes. What we did,
Hmm.
people must have binge movies
Yeah.
or played some indoor games or maybe on their phone chatting. But we
Mm.
people, what we did, we created the business. We connected to those people outside, right? And they connected with us. We found the real talent that time.
Hmm.
And while I was working with the multiple agencies, who were like global agencies, I understood one thing that there's a lot of scope of people who or the brands who are selling services
Hmm.
or professional small to medium sized businesses selling services, and for them
Mm.
selling a service, what you need is leads.
Hmm.
Not all marketing agencies were able to reach that point, or they were targeting those as their clients. You don't get much out of it, and it's very tough to get leads for someone. It's very easy to get sales to your product on a website.
Hmm.
But for service, you had to go into and bring those people and hit their minds that that you're selling intangible product. How are you connect with your audience? That is what I have built. So I
Mm.
helped when I started my agency in 2021. I from that time till now, we have also worked with e-commerce, but our main forte was working and targeting those people, those small businesses and business owners who are struggling with getting leads, who are professional service providers, and they need leads. And from India, we are a team of like 20 people now. Started
Mm.
with just two, now 20, and we are bringing more people with us. And what we are doing is we are helping global businesses to solve their biggest problem, to have a marketing team for them, or
Yeah.
a technical team for them, or a
Yeah.
consultant for them. That
Hmm.
is
Mm.
what we are solving.
Hmm.
Mm.
So, and guys, I really want to know about you because you come from the same background.
Hmm.
What is like being the founders that you are working with, right? How do you find the USP, and how do you work with them? Like, this is the particular, because you mostly do branding, design, all of those very typical industry in, right? And so how do you decide like what kind of USP will work for that particular person? What kind
Hmm.
of branding will
Mm.
work for that person?
Hmm. Okay. I think I give this opportunity to Rheanne first too, where she can take us through her experience and take ahead this conversation. Prior I take it.
Well, to sum it down, Neil and Shabir, like you've mentioned so many points. I think when you said that you started in 2011 with college, I was
Yeah.
only around in school by then, right? So, understanding your whole journey in comparison, I've only been working right from marketing and digital marketing, starting off with more core marketing materials, collaterals. I've had experience in both, digital marketing forms
Mhm.
for a short while, and
Yeah.
now getting into core brand strategy,
Hmm.
understanding positioning. It's more my forte, more my strength, when it comes to these things. But I want to understand, you mentioned like a few points, right? Which are your ideal clients, how you maneuvered from local to international. What is the standout point? Like, how do you make yourself an industry leader when it comes to being an outsourced agency,
Hmm.
right?
Right. Right.
Why would that be like the standout point?
See, how as I also mentioned about this,
Hmm.
that when I was working with agencies and we were helping global businesses, that
Hmm.
Hmm.
time I realized one thing is they are just doing this to make money, right? I don't want to call their names or anyone out there out here, but the agencies, most like 90% agencies, they're just doing this just to make money.
Hmm. Hmm.
Money is the thing because if you're doing a business, you need money, right?
Yeah.
But that is not something that will give you the excellence. The excellence comes with few simple things that I have put in my business, in my agency. One thing is being a digital marketer, or being a strategist as a consultant, or
Hmm.
being an agency. The first thing comes that you are helping other business to grow, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be very honest. That's one thing. You have to be very honest. You can't just sell anything to anyone.
Hmm.
That is what we have bring, the authenticity,
Hmm.
right? The ethics.
Hmm.
There's a the there's a foremost thing that on which we work. If there's someone, a business for which we know that digital marketing won't work for them,
Hmm.
Hmm.
We don't take them in, even if they are forced. Some of the business owners doesn't have much idea
Yeah.
about the kind of marketing they should go with,
Yeah.
the kind of service they should go with. They would opt for SEO, they would opt for paid
They
marketing.
just know that
We
it's
are
something they have to do, but they
something
don't know
yeah,
the
we
direction.
want to go digital, right? My friend, my colleague told me that we should do SEO. Doesn't mean that it will work for them, right? So we have to be very honest at that moment that that is not something that's going to work for you is starting. Also, we need to check the budget of the other client, and that is what we do. That if you have a budget and you need leads right now, go for something just not for SEO. Go for like paid marketing, right? It will get you leads, and you will know the kind of audience you're working with. So we have been very honest with our clients or businesses we are working with. There's a reason that we have 95% of retention. So authenticity, ethics, and bringing that trust, because we are from India, right? And anyone outside India working with us. So we have to bring that authenticity to them, that they should trust us. See, scammers are all everywhere. Even in US, there are scammers. In India, there are Philippines, there are. But we have to bring that visualization to their mind that not every agency is like that. That is what we are changing. So we are bringing the authenticity to them. We are bringing the ethics. The delivery is on time. One more thing, the delivery should be up to the mark. Should be on time, and your results. Oh, sorry, your service should bring results to them. That is what we do. Other thing that we follow, see how agencies convert the other client is by sending them projections. So one thing I should like to, from this podcast, I need to know, I need to let the business owners know about this. There's nothing like projections that you can calculate when you are not done the digital marketing or any kind of marketing in this world. There's no projections you can calculate at all, right? The projections that any agency or even we will give you won't give you the exact figures.
That's
So
very,
the
very much,
projections,
it's like astrology, if you would say. If you would just go to an
right,
astrologer, an astrologer might give you a
right,
certain number of predictions
right,
that this might happen. And if this may happen, I have a solution.
of
Neither the
course,
prediction is 100% correct, neither the solution is 100% correct. But a mere image of hope is what a person is giving you. So people can very, very much relate it with like an astrologer philosophy.
yeah, yeah. And I think after from this, what I just said, there will be a debate, a long debate. No projections are there. How can you say this? See, I work with a research company. The projections are based on a lot of many other factors, right? And let's say if you need the projections of whether your advertising is going to work on Facebook, what you will do? You will just calculate the audience by putting the interest and demographics. And that is not your final optimization. It will just give you the audience on which you will figure out, let's say 2% will convert for you. Does it make sense? No. You're not reached out. Your brand has still not reached out to that audience. How would you know? So the initial months is all about optimizing, to know the audience, to change the algorithm, to play with their algorithm, right? So this every business owner is taking decision to hire anyone in this world for their marketing. The first thing is, if they're giving you the projections, don't believe on them, right? And do not even ask for projections. Just go in, spend some money. You will find out for yourself. And KPIs are built after 3 to 4 months. You can't build a KPI even in the first month.
Completely.
And the same goes with Nihil, you and Rheanne being the brand strategist. So you guys work with businesses, and when you come up with the ideas, they don't go with your first idea, right? You give them multiple ideas, right? So it's based on, even you have the client, like what they will find good, but you don't know whether it will be the first one or the third one. So you give them multiple options. That's how it works.
Yeah, completely. And it is very much like a human trait that whenever a person starts a business or even goes
Right.
to his or her first job, people for sure assume, and of course everyone hopes for the best. My first job, I'm going to do great. There would be great people, great connections I'm going to make. I would be having a very nice environment surrounding everything. You show up for some days, it's okay. Gradually you realize people are not that great here. Maybe my pay is not even that okay. I deserve better. But
Right.
the person you were when you were prior to the job and when you are dropping from this job are two different people now. You have learned
Mhm.
something. And this is what that experience counts. So the projection you were talking around. So people need to firstly understand that, okay, in order to maintain this certain level of experience, even, it requires cost, trust,
Mm.
and hope.
Right.
And of course, whenever you are choosing a partner for yourself in any diversion or in any
Mhm.
department of
Yeah.
your business, it does take time because
Hmm.
it's a very simple way. Nobody grows a tree in a day.
Yeah.
Firstly, the roots need to spread themselves,
Hmm.
and
Right.
then you're able to see the sapling pop up. So
Hmm.
people need to firstly understand that the roots need time to grow, which is not visible.
Right.
So that much of trust is required, and then
Mhm.
slow and steady you would see the first sapling popping.
Of
Hmm.
And
course.
that's when they're able to realize that, okay, maybe this person is now doing
Yeah.
something.
See, that's
Yes.
that's that's nature also. You should
Hmm.
also see how nature works. A human takes 9 months
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
to get the life,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So this is the nature. Your
Yeah.
brand, your business,
Hmm.
digital marketing. We can't do a magic and you just get a lead, right? Uh,
Completely.
our job is and how we should create something for them that will bring them results, good results. They will grow. That's why we are the professionals. We know that how we are going to take you there. We always find such adamant business owners that, I just have $500 and do something like 500, need 500 leads.
Yeah.
And actually, there are people who are working with them too. Everyone has someone to work with, right?
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't go very well.
Hmm.
So it should be two-sided, this relationship. You can't just go to a doctor and say that, I have a pain in my stomach.
Hmm.
So you should just go and, just cut it
And
off
I
and
have
see
these
what is
much of
happening
bucks.
inside.
And I have
Yeah.
these much of bucks. Just fix me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Just do this and fix me. You can't actually guide a doctor how
Hmm.
to cure your kidney or stomach, right? This is how it works that we will do our job and we want you to be a partner with us on this.
Hmm.
Understand where we are going to take you, right?
Hmm.
And this relationship, then it will flourish. So from the starting, do not compromise on any kind of on their thoughts.
Hmm.
What they think is different and what we think is different.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's how everyone should work with any of their clients or businesses they are working with. This
Yeah.
is how it should be. Another thing is common sense.
Yeah.
So
Which is
marketing,
common.
yeah, in anything in this world is a common sense. And in the marketing also, it's a common sense, right? So let's say
Hmm.
if you are selling a dog food, right? It's a dog food. You can show it to someone who has a cat. So it's a
Hmm.
common sense. So this is how you should create your audience. You should know whom you're going to tackle with.
Yeah.
S- And that's how your budget should be placed in a way that it goes to that particular audience. And this common
Hmm.
sense should be in your person that you're working with.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Completely.
Agree.
Technicalities will be solved. Technicalities will be solved, right?
Hmm.
You're working with an agency, you're working with a freelancer or a contractor. Technicalities will be solved because technical things you can get it from tools also. You don't need us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What you need from us is
Hmm.
our critical thinking.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. I agree. So there's a certain principle. So there's one specific principle which
Mm,
made me build this whole
mhm,
company, which is brain first, hands later,
hmm,
and which is why I chose to show up into brand consulting, auditing, and
mhm.
diagnosis
Yeah.
instead of any other profession. Because as a
Mhm,
person, I have believed this thing that I am someone who sees room of improvement in everything.
mhm,
That nothing is for sure perfect, but how it can reach to an extent of 99% perfection,
Hmm.
I love doing that. And this is what, got me into this. So
mm,
now, when you were mentioning about a certain point, I have generally seen these companies whenever they look out for marketing partners
mhm,
and different such partners. So the pre-marketing phase is what we actually cater. Now, what we at BBG actually do is a rapid brand transformation and rapid brand correction,
mhm,
brand building. That with You just have an idea today. Within 21 days, we'll make you launch ready.
Amazing.
Launch ready.
Yeah.
Now, how we position this is based on three different strengths of us, which is we implement neuroscience behind everything.
Yeah.
Secondly, consumer behavior is being analyzed everywhere, whichever touch point is there. And the third thing is we put a why behind everything. So now this actually cuts down the sales cycle, and then the same loop where a client or a person, just makes you roam like a into our hamster wheel. Bring me something, bring me something.
Hmm.
It gets cut down there because when I am, let's say, pitching you with something, I am not instead pitching you. I am telling you why this is great.
Yeah.
I have a reason behind every touch point. This is a red color, why it is best for you. If you come up with a thought, why not black? I already have given you a reason. It's red because of this. The human mind will not perform. I think black could be better. I think blue could be better because there's a why.
Yeah.
And then when I am mapping your customer first, because I am not selling it to you, I am selling it to you for your customer. How this experience of yours will benefit your customer. Because at the end, your customer, if I am at the A stage, you are at the B stage, customer is at the C stage. I need to think with A and C, where B is just the medium. You are the bridge. So that way, I have generally seen founders, and I would say 80% of founders make this one big mistake. They sell everywhere, thinking that is something which is going to land them into revenue.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And secondly, talking about ticket sizes. When you start selling to multiple people, you just start getting penny pickers first.
Right.
Secondly, you start getting people who bring you very, very small ticket sizes, and then they pay you this much, and then they ask you for this much. And when you give them this much even, then too there is no certainty they are happy.
Yeah.
Right.
The reason is because you're trying to target every other person. So firstly, I really, recommend founders whenever I consult them that firstly decide what you think you can do great for, which is your best audience. So there are even such questions which pop up that how can I define? I think I love to work with these people as well, those people as well. My answer to them is simple. Even there's a stage prior to this. Prior defining your end customer, you have to define what you are bringing to the table. What is your own USP first? What you are great at. So you would have seen that founders generally build companies or certain number of businesses thinking that they know some tech, they know some skill. Let's build it up. It'll sell. It will sell, of course, but it will not sell like a brand. It will sell like a business. Today you'll have a deal. After, like, let's say the other 3 months, you'll just sit back, relax, feel painful. And fourth month, someone again would come up with a small ticket size. And that's how it will just go on and on, slow and steady. That will not build profit. And that's where the biggest consultation is what we deliver. That is, how or what challenges do you think you personally have felt in the industry when you were there? Have you worked with this industry? Let's say it's a tech industry, or let's say it's a finance industry. So a person has worked with the finance industry. Were there any specific challenges you felt? If there were, okay.
Right.
There could be people that may not have, started with certain number of industries. Target that industry which you already have an exposure around. Don't work with 3 industries, 4 industries. Start if you're great with finance, just start with finance. Speak with finance founders only.
Right.
When you're able to sell finance people, gradually you'll see a chain. Finance people start recommending to advisors because they have a sequence, a connection.
Right.
This finance founder trusts you, will recommend you to an advisor. This advisor will recommend you to another industry founder.
Right.
You see a chain. And slowly, you will gradually realize within a span of couple of months, you just covered 3 industries by starting with one.
Yeah.
You started with one, covered 3 industries. And never ever say no to anything if you are at the base stage of not this way that just because of money. Only prefer you will learn something. Because whenever you're getting a sale, you need to understand one thing, and this is something I'm talking around for early stage founders only. I'm not talking about mid stage or conglomerates, because they already know their USPs and they do not require continuous or frequent GTM.
Yeah.
So this way, you start with one, gradually set ahead. And what are your experiences, like both of you, Rheanne and Shabbir? What do you think around this?
Rheanne?
Definitely some great points. Because, Neil, how you mentioned that saying yes to everything in that initial stage, especially maybe as a consultant or as a digital marketer from an individual perspective, and you say yes to the more projects you get, that much experience in a overview you have, right? So I just wanted to know though, like, Neil, we are coming from a consulting firm background, right? Individual consultant. And Shabbir, you're coming from a agency background. So how are these two like interconnected, or how are these two roles linked together? Because both have individual roles, right? One is important for one thing and the other is important. But is there any link between these two?
Shabbir, I'd like that you take it first.
Okay, so according to me, see, when you are me coming from the agency background, but we do everything, right? A brand strategist, Nihil is a brand strategist. Now, you need a brand strategist to create the brand, right? To show the brand the way it is. Otherwise, you won't be able to sell. The same way that you need a brand should speak about itself, right? That is something that Nihil will do, right? And how we are connected is how we bring that noise after the voice is created. How we are going to bring that noise to that brand. That is what we will do, right? So yes, both of it, like marketing strategist and a brand strategist or your tech strategist, everyone is needed on every point of time to a brand. And this is what, see, if you, just as I mentioned that, and also Nihil has mentioned that even if somebody is paying us pennies, we have to work with the same level of authenticity and with the same level of expertise, right? So if someone is just giving us pennies, we can't say that, okay, so we'll just work for you. Let's say if you're just paying us $20, so how
I'll
are
give
we
you
going
20
to
minutes.
see that in $20 what we will do, right? So we will work in $20 in the same way. We will get you leads the way we are giving it to someone else, or we are going to create your brand the way we are creating for others. We have to do it, right? Otherwise, it won't work for you and it won't work for us. Your $20 will be zero. So basically, don't take such clients first of all. And the clients or any business should also understand this. You will need a brand strategist, you will need a marketing strategist, you will need a SEO strategist, you will need a designer, you will need a developer, you will need an automation expert, right? So you need all of them. You need a social media strategist too. So you need all of them all together. Then you are going to create your business. The same way. Now, this is not a secondary expense to our business. This is a primary expense to our business. And let's say they will, most of them comes to us and say that, in this cost, we can also hire someone in our team. You will hire one person in this cost or 2 person in this cost. What you get from us is 6 different
Roles.
experts, subject matter expert working with you. And also we have our reputation on stake. We have to work in a way that is going to work out for you. The employees that you're going to hire, they don't have any reputation. They're just going to work for 8 hours for you in a way they would be. Yeah, you need one employee who can connect with us. He should be the strategist on your end. Connecting with us. That's an account manager or someone. You need that in a company, small to medium or big. You need an account manager who will work with us directly. A
Yeah.
founder don't have the time,
Yeah.
right? So you need the marketing strategist, a brand strategist, everyone on the table when
Hmm.
you are starting. I would say start fully or don't start.
Yeah.
Don't go in mid.
And just connecting back to that, Shabbir, you had mentioned, we were chatting before, and you had this point of why somebody would choose an agency or a company rather than
See,
just hire that individual person. And you said something very nice about the responsibility, right?
right.
The point.
See, we agencies have the stake, the reputation. If we do something that's not going to work out, and they have, see, it happens. Sometimes we work, let's say we work with 200 clients, but let's say there are many clients on which the things that we do doesn't work. It's because of their brand or the way they are dealing with the clients. And there are a lot of other things also. There are a lot of external factors. So you can't have the same tangent of success with every client that you work with. Same with
Yeah.
doctors. They can't have, if doctors were doing
Hmm.
everything perfectly, the world will have all the population till nobody has left or died. So just the same with us. But you can take an agency, you can work with a freelancer, you can work with a
Yeah.
contractor. Even agencies work with few contractors too. We are also have some contractors on our end.
Yeah.
But we have them on multiple documentations. Plus, we have vetted them.
Yes.
If we have interviewed 200 candidates, then we hired like 2 or 3 for us.
Yes.
And they're working with us from last so many years.
Yes.
So we know whom we are working with. Being an agency, we have the reputation on stake. So we have to work to get 5-star rating from you. That is what we are working for, right? And we need a continued business with you. And we need you to recommend us. A freelancer, let's say you're hiring someone from Upwork or these freelancing channels. But the only problem, see, they are good freelancers and contractors also. I'm not against them at all. Never I would be against with them. But there are, because there are like so many people there, right? So you might end up hiring someone based on rates or whatever it is. You end up hiring someone who might not even reply you after they start the work. And this has happened with us also. And many people it has. Or maybe the kind of what you are investing with them, they are doing a work, they are just doing a gig for you. After that, if you're not paying them, you're not in their connection at all. You're not connecting with them personally. That's one thing with agency or anyone you're working with. You should have a face there. You should deal with them. You should have communication with them. Even if you're not working with them, they are there for you. You can anyways call them and ask like, Shabi, I just stuck here. What do you think about this? Hey, can you just help me out right now for just this small thing? I will do it. We will do it. Anyone will do it, right? So that relationship you can always create with someone who has an agency or maybe a contractor who is whom you're dealing with personally. So that relationship is very, very important in your business. Because I've seen a lot of businesses we have worked with, they have done their website with someone who just did a gig for them, and now they're completely lost how to maintain that, right? But that doesn't happen with an agency. You work with an agency or the kind of agency that we are. If we are doing a website for them, we have everything that we provide them. After we are done, even they are taking the maintenance support with us or no, still we help them. They can come up to us anytime they want to. We are not going anywhere. We are there. So there's a major, huge difference.
Yeah. From a marketing, especially perspective, right?
From the marketing perspective.
Neil, what about you from the brand consulting firm?
In that case, I'd say so. As as I already shared, that the type of people I generally work with is B2B professionals, VCs, agencies, and majorly tech IT leaders. So the biggest question among all of these industries is, and whenever a founder builds such businesses, whom should I serve? There are so many players in the market. Who is my right audience is the first question, which we answer, or making the person understand how they can find an answer. Secondly, I'll just take an example that you already have an agency who you already are marketing people out there. There are multiple great businesses you're marketing them. But when it comes to marketing your own self, it becomes difficult. Because you may not be able to stand as the best person who can flourish yourself out there
Hmm.
into establishment. Now, this customer segmentation you already have done, which is your endpoint that okay, customers you already have segmented these industries is what you are going to work with.
Hmm.
How will you make yourself stand different to each of these industries? Our job is not to promote you. Our job is to make you stand different.
Yeah.
That when a tech person comes, they're able to feel that touch point because their psychology works different. They work onto authority because their ticket sizes are bigger. Their
Hmm.
sales cycles are longer and their project timelines are much more larger. 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. That's how their timelines work. Secondly, you work, let's say, with a smaller company. But now a smaller company will have a certain different psychology where this person would look forward to that agency he is about to partner with in a different standpoint. Oh, this agency's website looks so authoritative. It has some great visuals. I don't think so they'll even work with me. I really have a very small budget.
Yeah.
Instantly, you just lost a customer.
Yeah.
You were working with them, but the customer never was able to understand because there was a differentiation issue which the agency founder actually missed. So great visuals, great design, do well. But prior to that is alignment. A lot
Hmm.
many people, just put great aesthetics, but their business is not aligned. Their brand messaging is not aligned.
Hmm.
How the business should speak, what it should speak, and how it will be interpreted by the end user. People talk around certain number of jargons on their website. People do not want that. People, if you're selling it to an early stage customer, early stage founder, or someone who is willing to turn a founder tomorrow, they look forward to small pointers which actually can help them. They have very small issues. I just need a person who can assist me on this point. I just need a person who can promote my business. These are his challenges.
Hmm.
If you're working with a mid-sized company, they have different challenges. Their challenges are like, we already have certain number of customers. We need to upscale our reputation. Sales is not our issue. We need a certain number of or a certain amount of reputation which we need to follow.
Hmm.
Then comes conglomerates. Our reputation is first. Money, we don't care. Reputation is the utmost priority for us. We have our communities, we have our global reputation. Nothing should become even a single spot onto it.
Hmm.
Now, this agency has to target, let's say, 3 customers. So our job is to make this agency segment each of this customer firstly based on their capability. And right after that, showing that end customer, we are for you. Because if in every standpoint, from the voice, from the design, from the experience, and that's how when people are not seeing value in you as a business, people start seeing value within their money. They instantly come up, I am paying this person this much. I don't think so. He's or she's worth my money. They instantly come up to that fact. Okay, that's okay. There are hundreds of players out there in the market. You're offering me this for this much. I think I can get 70-80% discount on this if I go. The main issue why this point came up from a customer was that the agency did not stand out. Customer was not able to understand what builds them, why they exist. So brand clarity is first, is what we, as I mentioned, when Rheanne, you asked the question that how both of these ends are related. So pre-marketing stage is what we take it. Making you market ready prior you start marketing. And this is what my take on this question is. Any thought processes you have around this?
I just said about that you are needed, we are needed, everybody is needed for a brand. But
Completely.
if you're talking about a brand, see, a business is different and a brand is different, right? So if you're talking about a brand, they need to have the presence, they need to have the design that sound to their brand, right? That is very much needed. So nowadays, and also with this uh, uh, upcoming, not upcoming, but now, the AI has come up with a lot of easy branding tools and all of those things. But they are still, what I've seen is they're limited to it, and they are not giving you the out of the box designs. If you go to any SaaS platform, like most of the SaaS websites that I see, the small ones, not the big like Salesforce or HubSpot, not those, but the small ones. Every day you are going to see some other tools that is coming up in the market. If you see their website, all of them will look the same, somewhat or the other. It will look the same. And why? Because they're using AI to build those. You need a person behind it. Even if
This is
you're
why I was
using
mentioning,
AI,
brains first, hands later.
right?
Those AI tools are doing a great job. Is it for you?
Is it for you?
It's very simple. Is it for you?
Right. See, if you don't know how to drive and you buy a Mercedes, it is of no use of you of yourself, right?
Mhm.
So you should know how to drive it. So just you as a strategist, you should also know the AI tools, and you are working on AI tools also. But you're working on those AI tools in a way where you are creating something out of the scope, thinking out of the box that maybe just a founder won't be able to do it, right? And you are bringing something new using that AI. So you're using the AI mind plus your mind and coming up with the ultimate idea, right? For a brand. And the same goes with us also. So you can't ignore AI.
Yes.
You should adapt it with yourself. Let's say Iron Man is an Iron Man when he is in his suit, right? If there's no suit, he's nothing. So AI is that suit for us now. But you need the man behind it.
Completely.
Right?
I do agree.
Who knows?
So, when it comes to AI, it has been, slowly started being leveraged into content creation. And of course, as you mentioned, a great point that humans do still play a great role.
Yeah.
Because human brilliance is always going to overpower artificial intelligence.
Yeah, of course.
So I'd like to understand the type of industries you actually work with, and which ones have been there, which have turned quite a challenge for you, or the this one or more industries which has made you completely flip your learning.
Yeah. So, see, most of the industries that I mentioned also previously, that we are working with the industries which usually the professional service providers. So we are working with real estate. We are working with tax and financial firms. We are working with law firms, and there are many other like pharmaceuticals and all of those. So these industries, what we have seen is, see, one thing for pharmaceutical companies, and mostly what we are working with is the white labelers or manufacturers, right? So it's tough for them because every month we see a policy change that is restricting us to do the advertisement or write a particular content on our landing page and all of those. So we have to be very particular with that. So for pharmaceutical companies, the things have changed a lot in terms of marketing. And other side on the tax and financial, we have to take care of a lot of terms that shouldn't be used on marketing, or while we are doing paid marketing, or while we are doing email marketing, right? So we have to take care of those terms also. So we shouldn't be marked as spam, or we are not restricted by the giants like Meta or Google. So it's not tough, but it's changing, right? So we have to change, we have to adapt that. So while adaptation is happening, so with uh, see your resources, we have to learn about it, you know, and we have to change it, what we are doing right now, whatever it takes. So that is the challenge. So adaptation takes time, but then once we adapt, we go ahead and we do it.
Yeah.
Right. For you, what do you think that is the industry for you is you're working with, and you think that there's some difficulties or challenges that you are facing currently?
Okay. So as I mentioned, the five major agencies is which we work with. Firstly is B2B, majorly B2B segment,
Yeah. Mhm.
wherein professional service providers, as you even mentioned. So we hold a similarity in there.
Mhm.
But my core, or you can say our core, that way is tech, core tech companies.
Mhm.
Research and AI is second.
Mhm.
Thirdly is VCs, especially VCs, investors and advisors. Fourth comes fashion, B2B fashion. And
Mhm.
fifth is luxury. The biggest challenge gradually, which I am slowly seeing in the industry, has been in the luxury stuff.
Mhm.
Because luxury was earlier consumed as something which only few people can have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, gradually, people have started seeing luxury into certain different aspects. Luxury has started becoming something which everyone wants to for sure buy because the paying capacity gradually with time has increased.
Mhm.
Mm.
Now, the brands which you rarely used to see out there in someone's house, a bag held in someone's hand, you are gradually seeing it kind of prevalent.
Mhm.
Now, maintaining that level of status quo becomes very difficult
Mhm.
Mm.
because people, when it comes to marketing areas actually have certain campaigns, certain techniques for every single industry. But talking about luxury founders, nowadays founders have started turning up themselves into someone where they hardly actually come up with a story. They hardly
Yeah.
have a story.
Yeah.
When you're building a luxury brand, you need to firstly understand that it is not there for sales. It is there for status. Sales
Mm.
is the secondary segment in there because
Mhm.
what you primarily want to build is something people desire of.
Right.
So certain new companies have been trying to build luxury businesses, and the differentiation of desire and the differentiation of sales is something they are yet stuck in, which kind of makes it difficult for consultants to make those people understand this differentiation. But I would like Rheanne because she comes from a luxury segment. So this way, I
Mhm.
think she can add much more better points to this. How about you?
Neil, for luxury segment, I would say creating that there's this there's this audience called the aspirational audience, right? So that is the major target audience that people are actually trying to reach when it comes with luxury products. So in my opinion, I wouldn't say that's the most difficult or the most challenging. It's
Mm.
just that it's
From
slowly
the
getting.
consulting point of view, from the consulting point, when you are trying to make the founder understand the differentiation.
Yes, exactly. That difficulty that comes up is more from a saturation point.
Yes.
Just as you mentioned, so many people are trying to reach this ideology of luxury goods, whether it be luxury goods, whether it be luxury
Huh,
product,
huh,
service,
huh,
everything with this luxury term or premium goods comes in hand. So they don't
Mhm.
understand that it's not only the product
huh,
that has to be high end or it
huh,
doesn't have to just be the service high
huh,
end, customer experience. It's all of these tied in together. But from my perspective, bringing in that saturation point, the tech, or
huh,
right now how we're just
huh,
conversing about the whole
huh,
artificial intelligence,
huh,
LLM models,
huh,
this kind of industry, because there are so many coming up at the same time, is hard to differentiate them.
huh,
So even from a customer's point of view or a client's point of view, where
huh,
this founder wants to say that I have, eventually it's the product, right?
huh,
That they have this LLM that they want to market. They don't care about how it's marketed or how the messaging is. So if you even see, all of them look similar, right? All of these AI models look very similar in terms of
Mhm.
design, what it's mentioning,
Mhm.
because eventually the service all works around the same thing.
huh,
You
Mhm.
have artificial intelligence that's going to help you, support you.
huh,
So, what is the differentiation between these?
huh,
How
huh,
is one model helping me in a different way compared to another model?
huh,
Definitely, there might be some tiny integrations, or this one has a better response time, or this one has a
Mhm.
better UI.
huh,
But eventually, what is the difference between
huh,
AI models? So that is the real challenge that I see in the next 5 years or the next maybe max at a cap 10 years, because luxury will always stand still. It's like there are companies that have stood the testimonials of time, right? So how does tech actually come into this play? And I feel that is the actual challenge compared to these legacy brands.
When I mentioned this pointer, so I'd like to add one more section, which Shabbir, I think, is when founders try building these luxury brands, in the first stage, they have this thought that, okay, it should look A level, completely an aspect, completely ledger. Is the product actually, so as Rheanne was mentioning, is the product actually A level right now? Is the product having enough differentiation to stand out? One valid point. Secondly, the design experience, the brand experience, the overall consumer experience, every other touch point has to be done by consultants, by branding people. But the main experience comes that if you are expecting sales in the first month, then it is not luxury. Then you need to rethink what you want to place it as.
Right.
Because reputation itself takes a lot of time. Where a minimum of 3 to 4 years is a very hopeful baseline. But if you are thinking at a stage that within 2-3 months my branding job is going to get done, then by month 4 I need sales. So of course that is any other product with good packaging. It's just like any other random chocolate, well packaged, overpriced, named as luxury. People won't buy it because of course they'll instantly feel it is X4X of what a normal chocolate costs. Because again, the same point, they are not seeing value in you. So they'll start seeing value in their own way.
Right. See, what I feel is luxury comes with time. That's one thing. If we call Armani a luxury, so it is just because that Armani is there for a while, so many years. Armani come from that industry, right? And same with the other competitors that Armani has. They are not competing with each other. They have their own stage where they're performing and they have their own audience. They created this with time and now they're changing it as the modern days.
You said they're, competing within themselves, like themselves. The way they were last year, they have to excel.
Right. So when we say luxury or any new brand who want to be like in a luxury segment, now always for the luxury, the time is the key. What I believe is
and
the more you are there in the market, if let's say if you're launching your product and you see your product is worth rupees, let's say, or let's say dollars. If we talk about luxury, like worldwide, let's say they're going global and their one shoe starts from like $700. So if you have to maintain that $700, even if you're not getting sales, you can't go ahead and say that okay, now I'm going to sell this for like $200. Then they're going to wear it. And they will see that, it was really amazing. They will become my repeated buyers, and then I will again increase my price and go to
no one will buy
original price. You are not luxury then. You have to maintain that. So you should have that budget for next 2 years for doing that. You should have that budget. So this is what any brand or any founder who is going in this direction, that I want to show that I want to place my brand as a luxury brand. So you should be having this challenge that you should have your bucket of budget for at least 2 years and then see where you are going. And your product, if somebody is taking it, they should feel that luxury. Right? That lux.
Exactly.
Basically. I think there's one brand in India, a good, nice, reputable brand. They started with, now it's a luxury brand, but they started with selling their product for like 400 to 500 rupees, and now they're selling it for like 6,000 rupees. So we have seen that kind of market too. So they went from, and that time also they were like, our material is very different and all of those.
The brand you've been talking around. So what do these people sell? What's the product?
Apparel
Apparel.
is what they sell, and it. So see, there are different type of luxury.
Mhm.
So let's say someone whose income for a year is more than $1 million. For him, the luxury brands are different,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
For this brand that which I'm talking about is, let's say their luxury segment is different. Their luxury segment is maybe us. What we feel is luxury, right? Right. So it depends, like what their luxury segment is.
Mhm.
Not
Right.
everyone can afford Armani,
Mhm.
Mm.
not even
Agreed.
Prada.
Mhm.
But can, if they're wearing this, they feel luxury? That is what the question is,
Yeah.
right?
Agreed.
So let's say someone who is having doing making $1 million savings in a year, right? So if he has raw $1 million, then he can spend 100,000 on let's say even on
Mhm.
clothes
Mhm.
Yeah.
or apparels, right?
Mhm.
Someone who's just making 100,000, for him the luxury is different.
Mhm.
If he is spending 20,000
Mhm.
on a brand,
Mhm.
it's his luxury,
Mhm. Agreed.
Mm.
right?
Recently, so I'm able to recall a small consulting session which I took last week,
Mm-hmm.
where I spoke with one luxury founder, and I really found a very amazing thing which he mentioned. He mentioned that I am looking forward to build this brand which is around gifting products, travel gifting products. So he said that my target audience, and he was very clear with this fact, and first time luxury founder, he was about to become. So he mentioned that I want to sell this only to people who make 50 month.
Mm.
This is my baseline. People
Mm-hmm.
who on a baseline make 50 CR, this is what my product line is. And it can go to any extent. But
Mm-hmm.
people who make below this are not.
Right.
So
Mm.
now, of course, when he is building something on a certain level, he already has enough financial stability or a backup ready.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
He is not at all considering sales and building a brand to this extent where the baseline customer is earning 50 CR in a month will take you a length of years.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a, so he was mentioning that around 3 to 4L would be the most baseline product of his. So a
Mm-hmm.
4 a 4L baseline product could be anything. Like even let's say this much clutch could even cost this
Mm-hmm.
much. So, being very, very much mentally prepared about both the factors that what you want, what is your meaning of luxury, as you were mentioning that segmenting
Yeah.
luxury for every other audience. So he was very clear about that. But, when you were referencing to this point, I just was able to recall one point which Rheanne made when she was talking around certain community building prospects in the
Mm-hmm.
luxury segment. So, it just got me curious that how brand strategy, being already your main core skill, how does it actually help in community building?
Because the online community, just how we were talking about COVID, and I think right after COVID, there was such a big boom in the online community, right? Just to mention, for example, UGC content, there is so much of user generated content that's happening with online communities right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Everybody, there are so many sources, whether it be influencers in the wild, whether it be Reddit platforms, so many sources just for individual user generated content. But what the connect is between these communities and brand strategy, Neil, is that when you have, for example, since we're talking about luxury brands, a luxury brand would be wanted to be perceived in a certain way, which nobody really wants to hear negative comments,
Mm-hmm.
right, about a certain brand, which just immediately takes a reputation down. So this filtration, even this ORM that happens, even though it's a marketing activity, there is a brand strategy involved from this. Having your online reputation being managed, seeing that people are well reviewing whether it be your luxury products or your goods, it's very important that you have a brand strategy towards it, because one person who understands the tone of the brand or even the voice, the communication language, they need to be able to take lead on this community and see that everything is tying in well. Otherwise,
Yeah.
this full disconnect, right? One person saying something positive about it, another person saying something negative. So even just seeing that someone from the brand, from a luxury brand, has replied to this negative response and saying, "Hi, can we help you out? What is the issue?" Just this small connection, this touch point, even though the company has put lots of thought about it, right? Okay, this certain comment should have this certain response. It's a small effort in a grand scheme of things. So brand strategy is very important when it comes to communities, online management, and eventually, especially because of all the immense generated content, right? Just seeing that personal connection or that personal effort will make like a huge difference for a brand.
Agreed.
True. True.
Agreed. Um, even so I'm just able to recall one statement. So a little while ago, I was speaking around certain ways of how brands can actually segment their customers on the branding aspect when it comes to early stages, mid-sized companies and conglomerates. But as the marketing factor of it, how do you think that these tactics actually work in your industry, specifically the marketing zone? How these things generally work around, as you mentioned, SMBs, mid-size. So how they work around these, or how do you tackle them?
Like, is it related to like the brand strategy, or is it like
Completely marketing tactics. How you
Yeah.
into marketing tactics actually take all of this? That how do you differentiate?
Right. So it's
And then
it's different for everyone. And as Rheanne also mentioned about the lot of UGC content nowadays, right? So it's a big shift. The shift is that now it's about how much content are you producing, and that is also UGC content is how much video content are you producing, right? So what I have found out is the industry that I'm working for, or the kind of marketing that we are doing for them, it is if we are getting leads, we are getting now from the search engine. So there are two ways to get the leads for you, right? Or the business for you for any brand now. It is like if you go on TikTok, you go on Meta, or you go on LinkedIn, or you go on search platforms which are like Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, all of those. The Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, we are not getting the kind of traction that we were getting before on the ads, right? But when we do it on Meta, when we do it on TikTok, we do it on LinkedIn, we are getting a lot of people attracted towards us because there we are showing them the video, the content, right? And that content, let's say it's for a brand or any small business or any doctor also. But if they are speaking around it, or anyone in the company speaking around it, right? Or if a user, a consumer speaking about it in any way, or giving the information out in some or the other way, that is what is bringing them the real people who wants to work with them, right? So now it was the same when like even in 2000, people told us what we were doing, the same thing, that we were just creating content on newspaper, right? In magazines, evolved to pamphlets, then evolved to Google search. That if you create a good content, that's going to rank for you. The content is all the time, it is all about content. Now the content has changed. You should create more user-generated videos. There's no third person talking about you. You should be talking about you. That is what working for us. And that is not something that people can't do. If someone is shy on camera, they can go with AI models to do it. And we are doing it for our clients too. So this is how you are adapting the ways to create your content. And the content, and Nihil, you and Rheanne, because you are brand strategist and you design the brands. So you know what kind of styling comes to this user-generated content, right? So that is the kind of minds that everyone is working towards. But what is at the end? The content is working for them. The Google search that was bringing a lot of leads and it was one of the major platforms, now it is not, right?
Yeah.
This is a major shift that we have seen. And even on search engine optimization, the same thing. It's now AI first search engine optimization. If you're not creating content as per the FAQs that people are asking, let's say on any search engine or the LLMs, AI platforms, those FAQs you need to answer. Being a luxury brand, let's say a luxury brand and selling shoes, and if you're not writing about what kind of material your soul should have, if you have social, if you are fat, let's say, right? The luxury brand, no, I don't write about this. But if you don't write, you won't be visible on these platforms where people are actually searching for this. And if it comes from the resource like you, very easily you will be there, and you would be the source on these platforms, and people will look you as one of the leaders. If they have said this, that means this soul is working for me because I am fat, right? So with user content, the other thing is you should always answer those questions that people are asking. You should know about the question that your public is looking for. Third, you should have your brand recognition. That is one more very important, where you guys work around. The brand recognition, a good UI is important, right? Your social media should have content. Now, social media should also have content, good content, video content, but design, how it should be designed, what kind of content should come there, what are the visuals, very important. Even on the website, the UI is very important now. Things have changed in a way where the content is playing a huge role, but not just about writing. It's about visualizing with it.
Yeah.
That is what is working.
Yeah. And there's so much repetition in content nowadays. Like there's so much
Yeah.
of viral, any
Yeah.
kind of tactics that are there. It just gets over so quick, like compared to maybe 5 years back when something was viral, it was viral for a long amount of time, like maybe 2 to 3 years. But now it's like every month there's something just shifting and you have to just watch that.
We were not doing Reddit before, right? I was not doing it personally. I don't know about the others, but Reddit has become a source now. The source for all the search engines, the source for the LLMs, basically. Right? So,
which is why you would see that, earlier people were very much onto optimizing SEO. Now they have slowly shifted into AEO, GEO.
yeah.
Yeah. Because people are not preferring Google that much the way they used to.
People are basically. That's why Google is going nowhere. This is one thing. Sorry to interrupt, Nihil here. So Google is going nowhere. But the thing is that Google has also adapting the new feature, which is AI overviews. You can't ignore it. So even if you are ranking on top and you're not in AI overviews, must be highly possible you won't get clicks. So you have to be there. And if you are there, you are on ChatGPT too. You are on Perplexity too, right? Because all of them are somehow interconnected. Their minds are interconnected. That is what I feel. So it's not about Google or ChatGPT. It's not about AEO or GEO separately and SEO separately. It's just that one simple logic. You, from your website and from your social media, from Reddit, anywhere, like you should answer the questions that people are actually going ahead and questioning AI about it. Simple. That's the logic. If you can create the content around it, you're done. You will be there. There's no different tactics to it. First of all, like AEO is not a different tactic. It's just about the kind of content that you are producing has changed. It's more about now intent-driven content. It's more about questions, FAQs, not just a topic, right? This is what have evolved and changed. So no one is going nowhere. It's a change, the evolution that we are in right now.
Very much it has just been conversation driven. QA has turned very much.
QA. That's the right term to it. It's a QA.
It's a complete QA. Earlier, people used to, share many great, big blog content, and people read it. But nowadays, people want quick information. Just the way reels work better than, or shorts work better than long YouTube content. There
Yeah.
is audience for long content too, but people
Mhm.
majorly consume reels, shorts, or TikTok short content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mainly, it is becoming from visual to textual as well. Short content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even see, if you want to get an answer for something, just an answer, that's an information you are looking for. You can go to ChatGPT and actually ask ChatGPT that let me know what is the next day after Monday,
Huh.
right?
Yeah.
This kind of information has nothing to do with a brand. That's it. The FAQs, you're doing it just so that you get the reputation that you want on these platforms. That is what we were doing from last 20, 25 years,
Yep.
right? Same thing you're doing, but one thing that will not change, not will change now, don't know about the future, is if someone is looking for a service or a product, so they will search for it directly. I'm looking to buy mangoes for myself online. So I will
Yeah.
search for mangoes online, right? If I'm searching for that, they're not going to give me any AI overview. Google is just going to give me any shops nearby or vendors nearby, and then the websites who are selling foods online, right? So that is not changing. That won't change. So you don't stop doing anything that you're doing right now. You just have to do more of what you are doing. That is what happened with us, that after AI came in, people were not hiring content writers. They were losing jobs. At that moment, we hired a complete new team for our content. We had more content writers. And the reason was we knew, and that was simple logic behind it. If AI is there, human created it, they will be trained by whom? By your content, right? So what is expensive right now is not creating content on AI. It's expensive to have a natural content on which AI can learn. So create content that your AI can learn. So don't just create content and copy paste it.
And which is why these days, these types of jobs are very much turning prevalent, and
Mhm.
I'm seeing them every other place. Training, AI training jobs.
Yeah.
Let's say a person writes content. So how can this person train AI with writing content? Same
Yeah.
goes for design. Like in every other small aspect, how AI can be trained for all these small purposes. Of course, a revolution has been always there. So, with the very same aspect, I'd like to bring this session to a conclusion. We already had a very nice conversation where Shabbir, of course, great insights came from you, and I'm very much thankful for the very same. Likewise, Rheanne, your thoughts onto community building and luxury along with strategic aspects have been a very great piece of today's insights. So, thank you very much, Shabbir, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Nihil and Rheanne. It was great to be a part of this. Great insights, man. Loved it.
Likewise,
Great conversation.
completely. So I'll be joining everyone with our next episode, in the next episode, with a fresh speaker, fresh form of conversations. And until then, bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. See you soon.